Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Good Drill Hunting. Happy Thursday. Going to be watching Longlegs tonight live because we're going to be letting us in now and it can be nice. Anyway, new movie came out this year. Nicolas Cage, serial killer flick, Maika Monroe. A lot of people have seen it. A lot of people haven't. Some people are mixed on it, including Chris, who's going to be watching it with me here momentarily. Excited about it. Really just pumped up to be watching spooky movies this October. Spooky season, watching a lot of good stuff so far this month already, and this is just going to be adding onto the list. But just want to see how you guys are doing tonight. Anybody here watching this movie Longlegs for the first time, let me know. And we'll get rolling in here in a little bit. Chris is about to hop on with me, but he has to set up his PlayStation and stuff to watch the movie on. I'm going to hey, you know what? Happy Thursday, though. We're excited to be here live. It's your boy Brad, of course. This is always weird when I'm by myself, but, we'll get through it. It's all good. It's only for a short minute. But I guess while I am sitting here by myself, let me go ahead and say hi to our wonderful patrons here, our real hunters, if you will. They're great people. They contribute to our channel in a lot of great ways, and we really appreciate everybody here. If you can't be a Patreon, we've got the YouTube memberships as well. That's, you can get this membership as low as 99 cents a month, access to cool badges and emojis, all that cool stuff. But of course, if you can't do either of those things, we just appreciate you being here tonight in the live chat, commenting on the video afterwards, sharing, telling your friends, inviting them in here, saying, hey, man, I know these two dudes are really cool. Two dudes, one couch kind of thing. Bring them in here. We'll have a good time with them. All that stuff, commenting, all that great stuff. It's fantastic. So, that being said, we got that out of the way. Let's see who's here tonight and go from there. We got Brooke, of course. What's going on? Ashton, Raymond, our friends, of course, Sebastian. Always good to see you. I saw Brett was in here earlier. Hat she put 63. What's going on? Lamontre, always good to see Lamontre. Gene, Antonis, dude, what a crew. What a crew. So Brett was out of town this week, a vacation and stuff like that, and amongst other things. And, there were some changes to the itinerary and stuff because of, storms and whatnot, which sucks big time. But everybody's good. Everybody's safe. Everybody's having a good time. And so Chris and I are doing the show here tonight. And, we were going to watch a movie just because that's easy to do. Two people, Brett's out of town. We can kind of kick back, relax, watch a movie, have a good time. And we were like, hey, man, what movie should we watch? We tossed a lot of ideas around. It's spooky season 2024. Everybody's really excited. And we're like, man, what about Longlegs? I know it's new. I know it's not like streaming for free anywhere yet. You can rent it. You can buy it digitally. And the DVD's out now as well. The Blu-ray, the 4K, all that cool stuff, which Chris has the 4K box. It looks sexy. And we're like, yeah, that's a great idea because Chris, he likes the movie. And he'll explain it here in a little bit. He likes the movie. He's a little bit torn on it. He's a little bit disappointed by it. I know a lot of fans are because it's one of those kind of divisive movies that came out and it got all that praise, all that hype before the movie even came out, which always sets everybody's expectations way too high. Everybody's like, oh, this is going to be the scariest movie I've seen in 20 years. And this is going to be the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, that's what they're thinking when they're going in. And of course, it's never going to match those expectations. It's never going to do that. So a lot of people left the theater a little bit disappointed, whatever. Chris was one of those people. For me, it's still one of my favorite movies. Actually, for me, it's still my number one movie of the year right now, as of this moment, October, 19th? No, it's not that late. October 10th. Still my favorite movie of the year. So I thought it'd be fun for the two of us to watch the movie tonight and kind of talk about what we like, what we love, what we kind of feel a little weird about. And it's a perfect little balance tonight. So I think it's going to be perfect for that reason. I remember when I was in the theater watching this, we'll talk about the movie when the movie's on. How are you guys doing tonight? Huh? Let's see, Antonis here. He said he watched Longlegs recently and it was weak to him. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. Again, it's one of those things that, it's not super like scary, but it's really unsettling. And it's a movie that, to me, I actually found it creepier. So I watched it as soon as it came out on digital. I bought it because I loved it that much. I usually don't do that, especially if it's a movie I already saw. Sometimes if I miss it in theaters, I'll buy it when it comes out because it's like, I could go to the movies today, or I could buy this movie. The cost would be about the same after I get my popcorn and my drink and all that stuff. $25 digital, whatever. But this one, I saw it. I liked it a lot. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to watch it again. And the second time I watched this movie at home with the lights off, I was freaked out. It freaked me out more at home than it did in the theater. It's so unsettling. It's very freaky. It's very just makes you feel uncomfortable. And I like that kind of movie, man. I love these dark movies. And that's what this is. Ashton, he said he liked it, but it was overhyped. Raymond said he might be seeing it Saturday. Got the Blu-ray waiting at the library. Hell yeah. Libraries are getting some new movies right out the gate. I love that. Dude, yeah, turn those lights off, bud. Turn them out all the way. Turn the volume up. Just get soaked into the atmosphere. This movie's got beautiful, beautiful cinematography. One of the best I've seen all year in that regard. Let's see. Gene said hello. Okay, so here's what I want to know, though. While we're waiting on Chris, while he's setting up, what are some things you guys have been watching this month to get yourself in that spooky season mindset? Okay, because for me personally, I watched the new VHS, which I'll be dropping a TikTok on that probably tonight or tomorrow in the morning. So go over there, check that out. We might do one on the, some kind of thing on the channel at some point too. I don't know. We've been traveling and stuff this month, so the reviews haven't been popping out as much as we'd like, but they're still, we're still coming. We'll probably do one for Terrifier 3. I'm seeing that tomorrow. I've heard it's, brutal, gruesome, whatever. In fact, Birdie's he's going to be checking that out tonight. So that's really cool. So he'll probably drop a short on this channel tonight, giving his thoughts. Let's see. What else did I do? I watched The Autopsy of Jane Doe again. Eli, what's going on, man? I watched The Autopsy of Jane Doe again, and that, to me, is such a spooky nighttime turn off the lights kind of movie that I love again as well. So much atmosphere in that as well. It's set in a basement. You guys have probably seen it. It's on Netflix. I think it's somewhere else too. Great movie. I watched Strange Darling for the first time, which wasn't really a horror movie per se, but it definitely had those elements, and that's got to be one of my favorite flicks of the year so far. Love the hell out of that. Shitty Pickle, man, what's going on? Brooke said she just watched the first two Terrifier movies for the first time. What'd you think? I know the first one's a little super low budget, but it has that one gruesome scene, and the second one you're just having a good time. Did you like it, or was it a little bit too much for you? Let me know that. And yeah, I think I want to watch First Omen again, and just because I like that movie a lot. It's on Hulu now. We got let's see, Ashton said watched a few Halloween and Chucky movies. Always a classic. Always a classic. I get a little swig of that. Was it Eli watching Midnight Mass again? Dude, that is my favorite. I know Haunting of Hill House is a lot of people's favorite Mike Flanagan productions on Netflix. But for me, it's Midnight Mass. I love it, dude. I love the characters. I think they're all really rich. I love the kind of slow build, the reveal of the. Well, I don't want to. Yeah, I mean it's been out. The reveal. You're rewatching it, so it's not. The reveal of the vampire stuff, I thought was really cool. It was it takes several episodes to kind of figure out what the hell's going on there in that town. The little island town there. The storm on that second episode. Actually, I think it's the episode 2 that's got that really long opening shot that's 12 minutes where they're walking up the beach and there's all these birds and shit and cats. I can't remember this. I don't know. It was crazy, but love the hell out of it. I think it's top tier. Kate Siegel in that, fantastic, as is Matt Saracen, whatever his name is. Our boy's here, so let's see how he's doing. Welcome to the party, pal.
Buongiorno.
Hey. What's going on?
How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Oh,
cracking a cold one. Is that that beer you showed me the other day on the picture?
No, I haven't been over there to get those yet. Actually, I don't think that releases until tomorrow, but banana, coconut, and peach.
It's always a good.
It's got a little umbrella there. Kind of looks like a dick, huh?
The can, top notch, man. I've been pumped, man, ever since I got in here. I've just been talking nonstop, like 100 miles a minute, but it's been cool because we've been talking about movies. Uh,
So
Gajeski here.
I bought the fucking 4K of this thing, man, and it turns out it has no code. So that's the holdup here. I've had to resituate and get the PlayStation in here just to be able to enjoy this shithole of a movie with you.
That
No,
kind
I'm
of blows.
kidding.
There's
I'm kidding.
well, I know. And we're gonna, is this your second time watching it tonight?
Yeah, I haven't seen it since the theater, so I mean, I'm pretty stoked. I think it's been a little gap between views, so I think maybe hopefully this time I'll be able to actually appreciate it for what it is and not go in with some preconceived idea and then have it take a giant shit on my face.
I think you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it tonight, man. It's gonna be putting you in a good mood. I'm gonna start a couple of these questions. We'll get the movie rolling here in a minute,
Okay.
and then I'll start getting into these questions. Sergeant did say, "Who the fuck is this guy?" This guy.
Who the
Um,
fuck?
I'm gonna star that. Let's see. And I know Brooke had something I wanted to get in there as well. There's a couple other ones. Okay, so let me go over a couple movie facts real quick. I think Bert put together a little card for us because he's a kind and wise gentleman that just, he's the double doozy for the Brit man. Talking about, of course, Longlegs now. Like I said earlier, it's available. You can rent it. You can buy it digitally. It's also got the Blu-ray, the 4K, all that out as well. This movie came out. It set at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for a while, but once it came out, it dropped to down to 85, 60% audience, kind of what I was talking about earlier. Letterboxd, they have it, at a 3.4 out of 5, with most of the votes coming in at a 4 out of 5, 6.7 on IMDb. Obviously came out July of this year. Directed by Osgood Perkins and starring Maika Monroe and Nicolas Cage, Alicia Witt, and Blair Underwood, not to be confused with Claire Underwood. Um, made stacks at the box office. A little, a $10 million budget somewhere in there, but obviously with the hype and the advertisements for this, the promotional materials, all that stuff, it killed it at the box office. It made that money back 10 times. So love
Yeah, I
that.
will say this probably had one of the best marketing campaigns that I've seen for not just a horror movie, but just anything in general, man. I was so fucking psyched when this thing came out. I mean, they released a lot of stuff and it gave nothing away. I love that they kept Nick Cage hid until did they show, I think maybe one of the last trailers they showed the clip from the beginning when it's just like the bottom of his face or something. But yeah, they kept him hidden throughout all the promotional stuff, and I thought that was just a bit of genius.
It is because nobody ever does that anymore. Nobody has and I think that's what created a lot of intrigue for people is for them to most people like Blumhouse, the bigger production companies, they're going to show that shit everywhere because they want people to see, look how creepy and weird Nicolas Cage looks. But they did the opposite. They made people be like, okay, this guy looks crazy, but they're not showing us. We got to go see this. And it was genius. It worked. And yeah, I love it for that. And I didn't even watch the trailer, but I saw the shorts and the reels that would pop up.
Yeah.
On social media and stuff, which was awesome. It was just enough to intrigue me without knowing anything about the plot. And I didn't know anything really until I got into the theater.
Yeah, 'cause how many times, especially in horror, do you watch the trailer and then you pretty much have everything figured out, Maybe
Yeah,
they can
dude.
throw a twist in at the end, but for the most part, you pretty much know what you're getting.
It's fantastic, man. So I didn't get the countdown thing. Brett usually does that. I don't know how to do it. I probably should have asked him and got that figured out before I jumped in here. But that's okay. If anybody hops in late, needs a timestamp, we will just verbally give that to you, and we'll be rocking and rolling. But I think we can go ahead and kick this thing on. If you're ready for it, Chris, I'm at 0 seconds digitally, right before, 0 seconds. I think right before the neon logo pops up.
What the fuck? What have I done here, friend?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I'll be drinking my Oktoberfest tonight too.
Damn, man, I keep every time I go to the store, I keep meaning to get that, and I forget it. No, I'm ready to fuck. I mean, I'm ready to rock. Let's go.
All right. Well, so I'll give us a countdown then, and we will play the movie. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. Here we go. Neon's popping up. That's where we're at. Neon's popping up. Right into it. I like it. Neon. Neon is they've been kind of taking that kind of strange movie. They're very similar to A24 in that regard.
Yeah, I was about to say this. It's kind of turned into like an A24 light. Did you see Cuckoo?
Not yet. Have you?
I haven't. No, but I was actually pretty stoked for that one as well. But it had a much smaller release. It was only in theaters for like a week or two here, so I didn't get a chance to see that one. Is anybody in the chat seeing Cuckoo?
Yeah, Cuckoo. We're gonna see some version of that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll get to that one. That's a good comment. I'll go back, and as the credits are rolling, the opening credits and stuff. I asked Brooke earlier what she thought about Terrifier and Terrifier 2. She just watched them both for the first time. Ooh. And she said she thought it was fun. Thought they were pretty extreme, and it was a fun ride. That's the best way of describing them both, man.
I forgot they kind of fucked around with this aspect ratio at the very beginning here. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, that was you. You said, I was like, I didn't know if they were going to do it the whole movie or what, but I was here for it if they wanted to, kind of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I would have fucked with it if they wanted to go the whole way. It's kind of like the light, the lighthouse. I remember I got in there in theaters. I was like, damn, is it going to go on this entire time like that?
Yeah, I like that. For the lighthouse, it just kind of added to that claustrophobic kind of vibe. I think that was very, very wise, to say the least. And of course, it opens up just kind of with the music and stuff too. Just kind of, exactly what you're getting into. Snowy atmosphere. Ashton said, watched Salem's Lot on Max. Didn't care for it. I didn't really either. I thought it was kind of weak. I didn't really like the book either. That's one of the only Stephen King books that I've read that I was like, I just cannot wait for this to be over. I thought the characters were flat even in the book, and then the movie was even worse. Have you seen that yet?
I actually started that the other night and kind of fell asleep. It was kind of the last movie of the night kind of thing, and I ended up just passing out before it really got going. But I've heard a lot of people complain about the CGI in that Salem's Lot.
Yeah, there was CGI. There wasn't really any atmosphere, really any intrigue, or anything like that. It kind of skipped over any bit of suspense or anything. Starting off here, of course, this girl's just looking out the window. We don't know who she is at this point in the movie. She's looking out the window, snow outside. It looks fantastic. Creepy station wagon pulls up, and she goes out to investigate. It's kind of like a dream. Like a nightmare for a kid, or at least.
Yeah, the cinematography, the way they've like sort of framed this, so this just little girl walking out, and the house is kind of offset, angled in the background. I don't know why it's just so fucking creepy that way, man. And the station wagon too,
Yeah, it's just weird. And I didn't notice this the first time, and I think I maybe just missed it already again there too. But there was a scene with Longlegs like in the background, aka Mr. Cobblepot, whatever his name is. Maybe it's right here.
Dale Cobble.
Dale.
Yeah,
right here. Actually, I think it's going to be behind her there. Or maybe that
praise Dale and praise Dale.
I think he's a fan of Dale's seasoning, I bet.
Never cook without it.
Oh, there he is.
God damn it. He forgot his long legs today.
This is our introduction to Nick Cage, dude. And I was mesmerized.
Oh, I thought he says he forgot.
That's perfection.
I do love that bit, yeah.
Jumping right into T-Rex.
Yeah, this was just kind of God damn it! If I could find a way to turn this GD volume down, I
I
did
love
think
the
this
fucking
was a
music.
bit. I love this song, but I did think it was a bit of a. It was strange to me the jump from like being so ominous to jumping right into this almost kind of fun kind of song, like upbeat, you know?
I get it, but I like it. I don't know. It's like contrast that I like.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't I don't hate it. I don't have a problem with it. I just thought it was kind of strange. But yeah, this opening sequence where we kind of pan out the aspect ratio, I think is really nice.
with all this weird like satanic imagery popping up with the song. Like it's just there's a weird contrast to it that for me really works. Part one, his letters. Gonna figure out what's going on up here, man. It's crazy.
I actually forgot this was separated into parts as well.
Well, it kind of doesn't lean into that too much.
I know.
Raymond said he's been watching Michael Myers' Halloween movie every day this month. Always a good way to spend October. Today, he watched a bunch of his favorite
Yeah.
horror movies for his birthday. Happy birthday, Raymond! Awesome.
Happy birthday, buddy. Cheers.
Cool to have a birthday in October, man.
L'chaim.
Let's see. I got that one. Here's one I wanted to get to earlier. Gajeski asked if we saw The Substance. I did. I thought, yeah,
I
one
have
of my
not.
favorite
I've not
movies. You haven't seen it yet, Chris?
I have not. No, it had a really limited theatrical run here, so I didn't get a chance to see it. But as soon as it comes out, I'll definitely be checking it out. I've heard nothing but good things.
I think you're going to dig the hell out of it too. I think it just speaks your language. You're going to be watching it. You're going to be like, damn, man, this shit's wild. I loved it though. Great cast too. Demi Moore. A lot of nakedness too in there.
Yeah, so I've heard.
A lot of nakedness.
Man, they did such a great job of making the seemingly plain imagery super fucking creepy. That's one thing this movie does really, really well.
Yeah, you take this neighborhood, for instance. Mike and Monroe and her partner, they're going out, knocking on doors, trying to get information on a serial killer. They're out here in this neighborhood, which is a very innocent neighborhood, but they make it feel so ominous and cold. And they do that with the clouds, obviously making it feel just the cold environment. The trees, there's no leaves. The trees are dead. And this is just
the color palette too. I mean, everything is just like washed out. It's just nothing but grays and whites, save for her wardrobe.
That's my favorite. Probably is my favorite thing about this movie is just the look of everything. Is you can just feel evil watching this, and that's a beautiful thing you can do in film that you can't do in books. Is visually stimulate and cause the audience to feel a certain way about a particular scene.
You get a little stimulated from this?
A little stimulation, man. And this movie does it so well. It's really some of the best cinematography I've seen in a horror movie. Because this is, I mean, they're just on a street, this makes the scene right here, otherwise it could just be two people in the neighborhood talking, but we feel weird about it. The framing, everything.
Yeah, it's like silent, not a single fucking person. I'll tell you though, man, that weather right there.
Sexy.
Oh yeah, dude. Overcast like that, man.
Probably a little chilly. Not hot.
Yeah.
Definitely not hot.
Yeah. You're gonna say that nice little breeze rolls through there. That's my kind of day right there, man. If I never had a hot, sunny day again.
Thing just bust off, dude. Guy got his head blown off. First day on the job.
Wow. He's gushing too, baby.
She's just like, fuck this, I'm going in. And then we go into, again, another interesting way to make this otherwise normal apartment feel very dark with all this plastic hanging up. There's fans blowing and shit. Obviously, some fucked up shit's been happening here. I mean, god dang.
Man,
Or he's just getting the popcorn ceiling removed.
this looks like Birdie's house on a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying?
Looks like freaking Diddy's house.
Oh yeah, that's how he kept from getting all the baby oil stains.
You can feel the fear that Maika Monroe is laying off here too. You know.
Yes, yeah, she does a great job.
Which is great. You know, they're not trying to make her look like, they make her look human by,
Yeah,
displaying that.
not a total badass right out of the gate. Yeah.
Seems I wore my long legs today. She's doing some psychic test.
Yeah. Super fucking creepy imagery here as well. This is kind of reminiscent of Blade Runner 2049 when he has to do the cells interlinked within cells interlinked.
I haven't seen the movie, but from what I've seen, that's a good comparison. Sergeant
You
Shitty
haven't
wants
seen
to
2049?
I know you love the movie. I haven't seen it. I hate Dune.
I know. You didn't like the first Blade Runner either?
I thought it was okay. I need to probably go back and watch it. I wasn't wild on it though when I watched it though. I just thought it was kind of boring, but I'll watch it again one day. I'll watch them both. Sergeant Shitty said, let's take a second to appreciate how Nick Cage has seen a big resurgence in his career the past few years. 100%. We talk about it daily, how much we love that motherfucker.
Oh,
and of all the celebrities getting old right now, he's the one I'm the most sad about because he's irreplaceable. There's literally only one Nick Cage.
True, man.
I mean,
man, listen, dude, in a couple years when this channel is huge, we're gonna go to Cage Fest and we're gonna hold a big party down there.
We'll host Cage Fest, dude.
You've heard of Cage Fest, yeah?
No.
It's in Austin. They have like a weekend. Nick Cage comes to town and they like play all of his movies and he does like act outs and all kinds of shit. It's awesome.
That sounds pretty fantastic. Hey, we got Vanderhoff here. Picked up the 4K. Chester's in the house. What's going on? Adrian, I can't remember if I said hey or not. So I'm saying hey again if I haven't. Eli said that's a dope hat, Brad. And I would say the hat may be, but the team, not so much. And Vanderhoff asked what I'm drinking. I got the Oktoberfest, man. Sam Adams. 28 of these for $28 at Sam's Club. Steal of a deal. $1 a piece. Like this character here, too. This Senor.
61 times. Yeah, man. No half measures. I am going to go grab a couple of those 4-packs next week. Just a side note, Brad. When are you guys coming up?
Next weekend.
Oh, good. I'll have some.
Yeah, we'll be up there next weekend, man. Let's see. Now they're going over the letters by Longlegs. So what happened is the girl, Maika Monroe, she had that event at the beginning of the movie where a partner got killed. She basically was like psychologically thinking that this was the house, that the serial killer was in. So they're like, oh, let's go knock on the door. Partner gets blown away. She goes in there, catches the guy. So now they're all thinking that she's like the psychic or something. Really, it's, like intuition, but it never really spells it out, I guess. Yeah. So now they're putting her on the Longlegs case, which is a case with all these families getting murdered, but it's like their murder is not really in there. It's a weird, kind of weird thing which I find unique. I find the premise unique. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. The first of many of the Bill Clinton sightings.
The cameos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was a great way of giving us a time frame for this movie without telling everybody that it's, what year it is. We know it's in the 90s just because of Clinton being there. And again, the office here, man, this yellow color, the tone here, it's fantastic.
Yeah, man. You know what? This is ripped right out of a David Fincher movie. This is like the same color palette, the same lighting techniques as Fincher. who's one of my all-time favorites. So I really loved the hell out of this.
Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, and that's a good comparison too, man. I could see this like in Seven or something.
Now,
Um,
I don't want to get too far ahead, but I was to point out, you've seen these letters, and we saw those sort of weird, what's the word I'm looking for? Zodiac-esque ciphers or whatever you want to call it. What's the word I'm looking for the love of fucking God?
like a like
Uh,
a like a like
Cryptic
a
message. What's it
we'll
called?
just call it that. I know what you there's a word
Okay.
for it.
I know. Someone in the chat's gonna help me out here any minute now. But the cipher, there we go. Yes. So I really they played into that a lot in the promotional material. And I really thought that we were gonna get a lot of her having to decode these things, sort of like Red Dragon or something along those lines. And that part of it was kind of
I think the word you're
uh,
looking for is actually decipher instead of decode.
well, yeah, but the cipher is what the actual letter is called.
Yeah, I know. Which is, but yeah, but they're trying to decipher the letters and whatnot. But yeah, these letters always left at these murder scenes, ciphers, you could say.
Mhm.
Um, they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to decipher these. Um, I just like the premise. Like, it's just a unique. Like, we've seen serial killer movies before, where dude goes in, murders people, he gets out, moves on to the next family kind of deal. But the premise of this being where the killer is not there, there's no evidence of the killer being present while the crimes were committed. It's like that raises questions.
I don't disagree that it is that part of it is a unique take, and I appreciate that. I just this is probably where it kind of went off the rails for me a little bit because I was looking forward to this sort of her figuring out the case through these ciphers, and I really anticipated and favor the idea of this sort of cat and mouse of her getting these messages through these ciphers and all those things, and then she's gonna walk in here and be like, "Hey, I figured the whole fucking thing out in one night."
Yeah.
That's the only
Yeah, I get
that's the first problem that I had. But I mean,
I like the crime scene photos they were just showing. They were all really unsettling, brutal murders. But you're not really seeing anything too gory. It's just more theater of the mind
yeah,
type stuff,
yeah,
bodies
the
under blankets
aftermath,
with some
yeah.
blood. Yeah.
And I mean, look, she's in this whole room, and she's occupying this one tiny little piece of the space. There's so much negative space. Look at this big empty hallway. There's so much negative space in every frame of this. I feel like, I mean, I know they did that shit on purpose, and they use it to great effect in here.
Totally. Yeah. Because it always makes you feel a little uneasy, like there's something else going on. And that brings me to
Yeah.
something too. I noticed after I watched, I didn't really notice it too. I noticed a couple times in the first movie, but then afterwards, I was watching TikToks and stuff and seeing this. And then when I watched it the second time, I really picked up on it. Is throughout the movie, you can see different times you can see the devil behind Lee here, several times throughout the movie.
Mhm.
And I just found that unsettling. And especially like I said, when after it was pointed out and I watched it the second time, it became more and more obvious. And it plays into that negative space too as well, because you're not really, I mean, once you get, I mean, you're always kind of looking over there, but it's easy to miss that. Let's see what Aaron Click says here. This movie is the tits. So good. And it's one of those movies where you'll probably catch something you hadn't noticed before every viewing. I agree. Absolutely. I know I did.
I really do love this sergeant character here.
I do too. He said, I'm okay with that being a huge part of the movie, though. Sometimes those kind of movies almost spend too much time with that aspect. Probably the investigative, deciphering, all that fun
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
And he
I
also said
can,
the devil
like
appears in the flag in that room really faintly.
Let's say something I didn't. I mean, I think the sound design in this is really adds to the whole rigmarole of it as well, because they pull everything out in a lot of scenes, and there's just like, the sort of ambience of the room, and then other times they just come on so strongly with the score, and I think
Yeah,
it works to great effect.
I dig that too. Did you ever see also from Oz Perkins, The Black Coat's Daughter?
I did, yes.
That's
That was
one that I
early
need.
on. That was early on. I think maybe the first
2017.
Yeah, well, one of the first Halloweens that we ever you and me each came to the Halloween party that we were having, and we ended up staying up super late, and we ended up watching something else. Then we ended up watching Halloween '78, but we almost watched Black Coat's Daughter. You remember that?
Yeah, I
You
remember
had
watching.
seen it at that point and recommended it to me, and I watched it like a week later.
I want to rewatch it though. I haven't seen it since then. I think it was 2017 when I watched it, and that was really early. Like my taste has really changed since then. I really find myself liking more and more movies like this, and I think that movie was pretty similar.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking creepy.
Awkward sitting on the bed. I like Maika Monroe, dude.
Yeah, dude, this whole exchange right here is fucking. It's so weird but oddly relatable at the same time. I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, you
For
got the
me anyway,
birds? Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
Excuse me.
Big brain. Look at the big brain on bread. I was watching it when the power went out. This would be a scary movie to watch when the power goes out.
That's hilarious, man. I remember one time I was staying at my buddy's house, maybe, I don't know, I can't remember what year did The Ring come out? 2002, something like that. I'm actually gonna vet that. When did The Ring come out?
02, 03, somewhere in that ballpark. I can look.
02.
Yeah.
So that had just come out, and at the time, 12 or 13 was pretty fucking scary at the time. And I was the dipshit that fell asleep first on the couch. We're all watching it, and I don't know if they did it to fuck with me or if he just had like it was this old shitty TV. But I passed out on the couch when I woke up. The TV had the fucking ant races on.
Yeah.
But you know how much static plays a role in The Ring, and I was like, oh fuck, dude, oh fuck.
7 days is gonna come up really soon.
Cindy, your TV's leaking.
From Scary Movie.
Yeah. Hey, she's got some good taste in music, though, buddy. Listen, that's a banger right there.
Yeah, dude, the music choices all throughout this film are fantastic, man. And there's two different vibes, man. Oh, wow, love this fucking shit. It's dark out. She's wheeling in home. God, I love this shit, man. I love this. Again, the space. It's fantastic.
Bunch of weird noises. Now, here is something that I picked up on pretty early. I knew that was the fucking house from the opening.
Yeah, you could. I didn't really notice it, but I did just now. You saw it standing there.
I noticed
so
that
dark.
on the first viewing, and I was like, okay, some weird shit's already up. And then I can sort of like within 5 minutes of this, I was like, oh, she's the little girl at the beginning. I mean,
Which I don't think
couldn't.
that's.
I couldn't. Yeah, I know. I mean, at this point, I mean, I'm like, that's all I could figure out. But I was like, okay, that part of is out of the way. I don't know. Maybe I felt like that was just like, I don't know if things were moving too quickly or not.
I don't think that's too much of a stretch. Just because it's a random scene at the beginning of the movie, and now this. But what is the? Is this the same house though? Because I thought the mom still lives at the house.
Is it not the same house right behind her?
I mean, it looked like it in the dark shadows just now, but I don't know if that was like an illusion. Like, I don't know, because the mom still lives at the same house, right? When they go back there
Yeah.
later in the movie. And they don't They don't live together, obviously, because they're talking on the phone. She's eating cereal.
I know. I love that little touch.
Eating cereal just makes a character 10 times more real right out the chute, because that's just what people do, is they eat cereal, you know?
Nice little carb.
Nice little carb.
You know what? Speaking of cereal, and I was just thinking about something. I'll tell this story. That same house that I was at that I passed out in, and my buddies played the static after I passed out. One of the first nights I ever went up there, it was we lived in the same neighborhood. I go up to his house, and it's one of those places where they keep the temperature in the house set at about 62. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, Chris, you can sleep on the couch." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, awesome." And then it's freezing in there, and they hand you a fucking blanket that's essentially a towel, right? You remember those houses as a kid, and you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and it takes me, forever to fall asleep. So I'm sitting there, basically shiver myself to sleep. And
I think you could pull it off now, though. It seems like you can sleep just about anywhere.
oh yeah, of course. Now I could. I liquid jacket on now, liquid blanket. You know what I'm saying? uh, but so I'm sitting there. I'm passed out, and my slumber is interrupted. And I open my eyes, and this is like I'm maybe 10, 11 years old, and I open my fucking eyes, and his dad is in the kitchen, chugging milk out of a fucking, a gallon of milk, just chugging it straight out of the carton, completely fucking naked. Who wakes up in the middle of the night and just chugs, And I was sitting there, and I open my eyes, I'm like, what the? And this guy's got a fucking elephant trunk on him, and I'm like, pinch my eyes shut, like, fuck. I never want to see anything like this again. It's a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. It's a bad dream. And luckily, I was able to coax myself back to sleep. But I thought
you know what happened, right?
Share that story. What with
he
that
was
dream?
up there fucking going to town.
Probably, and he needed
a snack.
Who gets an after fuck milk?
He probably had some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man. He probably missed the part where he threw that in his mouth, and he was basically creating the concoction of the bowl in his mouth, which is a good strategy. You throw a handful of the CTC in there, and then you wash it down with the milk.
Now this was an interesting thing. Who the fuck his mom was like, "Oh my god, that was great. I need a cigarette," and he was like, "Yeah, I need a Cinnamon Toast Crunch." But this was legit right here. The fact that you see that creepy ass shot of him, and then she just, most people would run back inside. Look at him just strolling through there too, like he fucking owns the place.
I love it. He comes right in. Yeah, she goes out there to confront him because she's FBI. She's got the gun, and I like that. But again, she's not happy to be doing it. She's breathing heavy. She's scared. She's freaked the fuck out. But she's doing it because she has to. But she goes out there. She sees him crawling around in her house. So she comes back in, still freaking out. That the heavy breath fucking nails it. That adds so much to this, I think. And it's something you never really see, although it would be something that would actually be going on in these situations, is the breathing. But you come back in the house, again, more empty space, more spooky ass shit. She comes back in, this letter's laying on her desk. She's like, what the fuck? It's not my birthday. It's an almost birthday girl. January 14th. Lee Harker. Mm-hmm. She didn't finish that fucking cereal.
Hey, and it's Apple Jacks.
Part 2. I love Apple Jacks, dude. Fucking love it.
No hate on them. I'm just saying, there are several better options out there.
She carries so much of this movie without any dialogue, too. Remember the fucking... Dude, we need to watch the Batman again, man. It's been a while. I'm watching the Penguin. I'm like, dude, I want to go back and watch the fucking Batman.
Are you caught up on the Penguin?
I'm one episode behind. I didn't see the last one yet.
Oh, dude. The new one. The new one's up there, man. Shit's really getting rolling.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I love it so far. She's checking that out. Raven said Mike is going to be great, or going to be in the remake of Hand That Rocks the Cradle. And today they announced Mary Elizabeth Winstead is going to be in it. That's exciting. I knew Maika Monroe was going to be in it. I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Both of those ladies.
Oh yeah, top notch.
Yeah. Look how small she looks in this room, dude. And she just does it. She just like, she just goes right into it. I would feel a little uncomfortable sitting here knowing that dude was just in there with all this shit behind me. But you see why this movie makes you feel so uncomfortable, especially if you're watching it alone at night. It's just like, it's just silent. You can hear breath. You can, hear the natural sounds, but you have all this space. It makes you kind of feel like you're in this house with your back to all these open doors. Got a good devil appearance popping up here in a second, too.
Yeah, you just never know exactly when anything is going to pop off, man. I mean, it's so ominous.
You know why she deciphered this so fast? Because she's wicked smart.
Oh, is that what it was?
Matt Damon. Yeah, it's Matt Damon's sister right here.
They cut that line of dialogue out from Nick Cage. He's oh, you're wicked smart.
I think it's coming up in a minute. Right there in that doorway, we're going to see a little... Look at that antenna, dude. Thanks. No, we missed it already, actually. God dang, how much time has passed from the phone call now?
Well, she had to take a fucking nap, dude. Get a little sleep in. I mean, my God.
Love this tracking shot, too. The score again, ominous. All this stuff. Awesome.
I don't remember this this particular.
I love this scene.
Oh no, okay, I remember. Yeah. Oh man, it's so fucking 90s too. My mom had that TV in there.
That's what I was about to say. They did a great job making these houses feel like they're from 1995, dude, right in the middle. But this is the house they go into. The body's been sitting there for a while, so it smells in there. And I love the way they portray that because nobody ever does that. They never really talk about the smell, the aroma. And that's such a big part of what makes these crime scenes, as fucked up as they are. He's, holding that rag up to his nose and shit. Oh, Chad.
What's up, you old son of a bitch?
Chad, I got your message. You're here. Let me get that done for you. Let me go back and pull that up here in just a second. Forgot to respond because I was getting ready for the stream here. I love how they build this up too. Do you really want me to uncover this? Because there's like a kid in there and shit. It's like it's just fucking freaky, man. And again, the color in here, the blinds are, with the light coming through the window. Ugh.
I forget this thing.
Fucking creepy, man. And the dude's like maggots and shit. Oh, yeah. That's fucking gnarly, man.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you're stimulated now, aren't you?
Yeah, stimulation is big here. I love the way the dude, he walks out the room as soon as he figures out the girl's 9-10. Reminds him of his own girl, So he's like, I can't fucking stomach this. I got to step out for a minute. So you got the fucking wicked cat in there. All right, Chad. Chad sent me a message earlier. He wanted me to share some information with the group here. He's got a new short film, The Hideaway. The Indiegogo campaign just went live for it tonight. And he wants you to go follow Rough Chud Pics. I love that name. On Instagram. And yeah, so we'll talk more about it at another time with Chad probably at some point because I'm sure he's going to come back on again. But new short film. He just dropped the Indiegogo campaign. Follow it on Instagram. And check it out. It's going to be awesome. If you have a link, Chad, you're welcome to drop it in the chat here as well. I'm excited for it.
For some reason, these conversations with her mom are weird in some fashion to me.
A little strange. Her mom's a bit strange.
Well,
Say the
yeah,
least.
but the conversations are just like these clipped sentences, and yeah, there we go, man. Empty spaces.
Look at that, dude. She's tiny. Makes you feel uneasy, man. What's going on here? What is this? All right, here we go. Oh, I dig the hell out of it.
Look at those old computers, baby. I remember that shit.
Remember going to the library and looking up old news articles and shit?
No,
Well,
I never did that.
that.
No,
Can't really tell you why.
Hmm.
I don't know why they have all the lights off in there, though. I mean, it definitely adds to the fucking creep factor, but I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, in reality, yeah. Why would you be in there completely fucking
Darked out.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
this reminds me of that scene. I mean, not that it's all. I mean, it's similar because of what they're doing here. But that lovely scene in Seven where Morgan Freeman goes to the library to get some books and shit. It's playing some good classical music. He's got the guys up there playing poker or whatever, chess. I can't remember what they were playing. It's a great fucking scene. Now she's starting to figure some shit out. I think it's all just a testament to how smart she is. You know, they didn't want to spend too much time with this just because the runtime, I would say. But look at this. Upside down triangles, little violins playing.
Yeah, the violins are great here.
There's the devil there too in the window.
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck was that?
The devil, Bobby.
That was Coach Klein at the window.
He's trying to recruit her to play the foosball. There's Clinton again, baby.
I know. Look at him.
Billy C. On the hunt for Monica, buddy.
That's nice. You know, I read the director Oz Perkins. The movie was originally supposed to be in the 80s, but he didn't want to have the Reagan picture up there. But I feel like later in the movie, I think at the mom's house, she's got a Reagan picture up hanging in her house. We'll see in a little bit. I feel like I remember that being in there. I like her voice too, man.
Yeah, more stimulation.
That's a different kind, but yes.
Oh yeah, I need to.
I had my dad watch this last time I was up in Tennessee, and he fucking hated it. He said that was a weird ass movie.
All right. Well, I'm not going to go into it too deep, but Niners are up 13-0.
Who are they playing? Oh, I was going to pick the Niners in the thing. No, I picked them a couple weeks ago already. And to pick them, I picked the Falcons this week.
Oh, what a great shot.
Look at that. Clouds. It's a cloudy environment, man. But they don't use rain. And a lot of places use rain. A lot of movies use rain to create this exact same environment. But I think this is even more effective because it's almost like The clouds give you this impending doom, where the rain is like just like it's already fucking there. This is like something's coming. It's just not here yet.
Yeah. And this too, man. Gonna go visit this house in the middle of the night. It's just like nothing phases this broad. She's just like, well, I've got a job to do. I'm gonna do it. If it's creepy or unsafe or whatever, I'm gonna get it done.
A little thunder rolling in here. Yeah, I that's what. Yeah, you're right. She's gonna do it, but again, she's not gonna be happy to be there. She's just gonna fucking do it.
You trying to say that the thunder rolls?
The thunder rolls.
And
the
the
lightning
lightning
strikes.
strikes. I can't remember how the song goes. Yeah, look
Barn.
at this fucking barn. The only lights on.
Wind. The wind's blowing too. Hair's blowing around. X's marked the spot. I love the investigative aspect of this. I think it's just right. I love these investigative movies, and I remember sitting here in theaters, and I was like one of the only people in there because I was a weird time, and I was sitting there, and I was like, man, I am in movie heaven right now. This is everything that I love. You know, this dark, gritty stuff with this little bit of investigation angle to it, taking step by step, trying to find out who this dude is, and yeah, I just find it so fucking awesome. Look at that. The characters split away, but the camera moves towards this door with all this open area back here. And there's nothing there. It just makes you fucking feel uneasy. Just given a sense of space of where they're at.
Yeah, this would be fucking. I mean, I can't even stand to be in a basement in the dark, let alone this fucking old barn.
Spiders and shit. You know the spiders would be fucking everywhere too.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
a few brown recluses in there.
Spider webs and the old balls. Ugh, gross.
Aaron Click said, and it looks like a real rural setting I grew up in, Cornfield Central. So I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. That's what I love about it. And not only did they nail that, but they nailed the 90s aspect of it too. The house, the exterior of the house they were just at looks very 90s. Really, even before that.
Yeah.
Look at those with the light pouring in from up top. That's fucking cool, man. That's just good fucking lighting work, man.
It's the two eyes peering in.
Oh, yeah.
To her soul.
Dun, 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 dun. The straw on the floor, too. The set design is just fucking sexy.
I was sitting here thinking, though, dude. I won't spoil it. It's coming up here in a minute, anyways. Was this anyone's first watch? If I spoil anything.
That's a good question. Old doll down there, dude.
Little doll action. Okay, this is the first time we get something kind of creepy involved with the dolls. Which one is this of? This is not Lee's doll, is it?
This is Kieran Shipka's doll. We'll see here in a little bit.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I'm missing a little hair,
eyes
but...
open. Looks like. Dude, she's got such a resting bitch face.
I know. This fucking corner here too, man. This is fucking.
He's way too excited about this doll, man.
I know.
He's fucking weird, man. I never realized how weird he is.
He's like, oh my god, it's just such a beautiful doll.
She's sucked into it. Even the corners off. Oh, the snakes. I forgot about the snakes. I hate snakes. God.
Oh yeah, this was cool. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, now we're seeing a little clip. He's got a little makeup table.
Little
Another
vanity.
another quick shot of Nick Cage here. Not enough to really see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, how far are we into this and we still haven't seen him?
Fucking genius, man. Were you not? I mean, at least at this
Oh,
point, were you not just loving the fuck out of this when you saw this?
yeah, there were certain parts of it. I was just like, I just
God, I'm just casually covering her up.
dude, this looks just like my aunt's old basement. I could not fucking stand to be down there. She had all these dolls. She was like a collector. So many dolls down there, dude. It was absolutely fucking morbid and disgusting. But you're wrong, brother. There is something in there. The goddamn devil.
Now we got a little son here. Little son here. Oh, this is where he goes to the store. This is where we get to see him for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Like really,
Look at
I
that.
guess we saw him pretty decent a second ago, but we're really about to see him here in a second.
Driving like a fucking mammal. Dude, this is you know what? This makes me fucking miss the Pacific Northwest is one of my favorite places in the country, man. I need to get back to Oregon. I haven't been in a couple years. I need to go to Oregon.
What do you say we just go up there and open up a pizza place, man?
You want to? We've been talking about it for a while, man. I'm dead set on this. What is
Just
this keychain? Someone in chat, what is this keychain? Is it a Hydra? Also, what is Chloe Grace Moretz's little sister doing? Doesn't this look like her?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't put that together before, but I like it. Oh, it says a little. What's that say about being a little girl over there? Just like I don't know on the cash register. Uh, what's your name, little angel?
Little angel. He's in a fucking bathrobe. Coco.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. She gives no fucks.
I know.
He's so fucking weird, dude.
Ah!
I can't wait for this end. Now,
You ready? What is it? I don't know. Is it a lizard?
it's a bottle opener.
Daddy!
Mommy! God, he's so fucking good at this. I Look, I know you feel a little weird about the character, but I think he does such a great job as portraying somebody who is literally insane. Like there are people that are just so fucking like this, and it really fits the profile to an extent. Like it's just like, and he makes it like he does make it feel very real. I feel like he's not because it's not like he's not like a serial killer that's like just on top of his game, 6 steps ahead of everybody. Like he's literally fucking insane. And he's just been having the devil kind of guide him through all this.
The
I
man
love it.
downstairs, please.
Yeah, the man downstairs. So
Also, dude, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature. Also, dude, devil is not the preferred nomenclature. Man downstairs, please.
Let's see. Aaron, I know you were not afraid of a little dark because you are the dark. He can't figure out what the keychain is either. And he says
Hey,
he
man,
likes the girl
Bane said
openly calls him weird in front of him. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
This too,
And I
man.
think
There's okay. So after this fact, do you ever notice that? I thought that I had picked up on this the first time, and we'll see if it was right. After she finds the initial doll, they start to like sort of incorporate more red into the palette.
yeah. I didn't notice that, but you're right. Right here in this shot right here, it's a little. There's a little bit more red mixed in with the yellow. Totally, absolutely.
Yeah, keep watching. There's a couple other scenes in here. I remember thinking like there wasn't red before it was all washed out, and now there's a little bit more red. See if we can pick up on anything else in the
Oh, dude, it's like one of
perfect
those
color.
movies where everything is just fucking intentional, and I love that. um, Raymond said abandoned properties and movies are never really abandoned. They either have ghosts or psycho killers or nasty culture. In this case, dolls.
Yeah.
Kieran
Wow.
Shipka is fantastic here too. Almost not recognizable, you know,
Yeah.
as herself.
Damn, man, I was not getting sick.
For me, like, I love those movies where everything you're watching it and you're just like, man, this is just a master class in filmmaking where like every fucking different scene.
And check this
There's
out too.
very
How many times do we get? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but something I've been noticing. How many times do we get a frame within a frame here?
true, like looking through the window, that's where it's pulled back, and also the doorway
Right,
earlier
or
in the barn.
yeah, doorway opening, things like that.
Weird little flashback 4:3 ratio almost.
Uh huh.
Slice in the belly. Fucking weird. But we get these movies every so often. Now she's stabbing the fucking doll, dude. She's fucking weird. But that's the influence that's having on her. There's another one. There's Nixon. That's the one I
Yeah.
was telling you about. That was Nixon. It
Look, there you
wasn't
go.
Reagan.
Frame within a frame again.
Yeah.
The doorway. Now they're in the door here.
Just cutting fucking heads off.
And actually, oh, fucking the cows, dude. Fuck them. I love this, man. I'll see you at fucking Portillo's next week, but there you go again. I'm sure this is probably widely known at this point, but these aren't actually actors. This is a stunt crew that actually did all this in one
And it's a
take right here
POV. This is a POV too
of the doll, right?
of the doll, I think. Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
the preacher kind of walks in, looks in, gives it kind of like the double take. It's like, what the fuck? Stationary while all this chaos is going on, the camera is just sitting here in this POV. Another frame too, within a frame.
Yeah.
Fucking love that sequence right there. Is one of the best parts of this. It's just creepy.
Yeah. That was all they did. It all as far as I understand, I was watching some sort of behind the scenes thing for this, and Oz Perkins was talking about it, where that was actually a stunt crew and that came in to do that. They did it all in one take, one time.
Does that 4K have
Perfectly.
director's commentary on it? I would
I
be
don't know.
intrigued.
I don't bring character to the DVD commentary. Let's see. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucker, you walk away from me.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Don't you do this to me? Yeah,
That
there is. There's a commentary, man.
That
You want me to-
intrigues me.
You want me to save it? You want to watch it next weekend?
I do. I might not be opposed to that, man. I might not be opposed to that. I don't think the digital version came with it. I'd have to check. It's one thing that sucks about digital. It doesn't come with the special features and stuff. Sometimes they do. But I love the like I was saying, man, it's just I don't feel like it's every day you get a movie where every fucking scene is just basically very well intentionally crafted to everything from the characters to the dialogue to the lighting to the room to the space within. Like, it's like a Shining kind of thing, where it's like every fucking scene in the movie is trying to tell you something. It
Yeah.
might not be the
Every
dialogue. It might be something else. It might be a color, or or it might be the room they're in, or it might be like a way of seeing the shot.
everything is
But
everything's always controlled.
yeah, totally. And I get that vibe here. Now we get it's
More
kind of
red.
depressing. Yeah, full red.
You know what would have made this scene even better though? If he had a fucking raging mega huge while he was sitting in the
Yeah,
bed just reading his satanic Bible. And why is there a John Belushi portrait in the background? But never mind
I,
that.
I just saw that. Devil's going to pop up here in the window here. If it hasn't already, I can't remember if we've already passed it or not. I guess we have. Oh, I like this guy, dude. Aaron says this about the movie. I also feel like even if you figure out the twist of the movie ahead of the time, it's intense because you realize the characters are hurtling towards an inevitability, but the characters are oblivious. Yeah, I love that too. Again, impending doom. We get that. We get that visually in this movie too. I like that.
Yeah, the one thing, well, it's about to happen here in a second anyway. We'll talk about it when we get there, I guess.
Aaron Click said the viewer feels helpless. You want to yell at Harker to stop things from happening. I feel she's partially under the spell of Longlegs. Well, under the spell of Longlegs, yes, they're actually the way I view it is they're all under the spell of the devil. The devil, the man downstairs,
Yeah.
sorry, is just playing fucking stick fingers or playing fucking playing fucking
someone
puppets.
isolate that audio and let's get that on a shirt.
He's playing he's playing with these people like puppets, and that's what's fucked up is like the man downstairs, sorry, is just sitting here having a good time on a Saturday for his world, and it's fucking all these people up, and he just doesn't give any fucks. So when you look at it that way, to me, I think it's just fucking it's scary.
Does anyone know a graphic designer? I would love to get a sort of picture of Brad with maybe like some Blair Witch style sticks for fingers. And let's put that on a t-shirt and say just playing stick fingers.
he's pulling the strings, we could say.
Yeah.
And he's got this dude Longlegs who's just this fucking psychopath that he's just able to manipulate so much into doing all this crazy stuff and pulling all these other characters in too. It's just like, man, this guy is really fucking up these people.
You know, I read an interesting tall and pale. I read this interesting take where, I mean, Nick Cage basically all came out and straight up said that his inspiration was that he thought that Dale Cobble should be, he viewed him as like an ex rock star or something, which kind of influenced the singing and those kinds of things. And someone had an interesting take that he had sold his soul to the devil to become famous or whatever, but of course it didn't work out, and so now he's just kind of like he's fried his brain and he's just kind of washed out and he's just sort of doing the devil's bidding, you know, after a failed career.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, the
Is
plastic
that
surgeries and all that stuff, you know,
yeah?
to go along with it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, Longlegs
Does that
himself,
resonate with you at all? That's just dog
no,
shit.
it does 100%. That's why I feel like that it makes perfect sense because, you know, we haven't really talked about in the show. I think it's kind of widely known, but he is, like you said, glamour rocker turned devil sidekick here. Has all these plastic surgeries, you know, to make himself physically more appealing. Botched, obviously, because he looks fucking hideous. Puts on the makeup and stuff. But he's just fucking insane, so it doesn't really work out. But dude, it's just
well, I mean, you picture it that way though. Like it wasn't like he was ever sane and he, you know, fell into this trap or whatever. He was always kind of crazy. And the devil shows up one day and is like, "I can make you famous, bud."
yeah.
You know, and he's like,
That sounds like the old guy
really?
from Family Guy, the pervert next door.
Oh yeah, I can make you famous, bud." But
He
he's
really was
he's
playing
always
stick
been
figures.
he's always been crazy, and he hears that and he's like, "Oh, gee, really, B? Oh God!" And then so he never makes it, and
I think best case, Longlegs life pre Man Downstairs. I mean, he was probably like fucking painting houses, like probably like just on the side. Best case with a little bit of weekend rocking in a garage somewhere with some natty lights, and you know somewhere along the
so
way he got derailed from that.
so basically, you're saying he was me at 17. Honestly, Alicia Witt right here is absolutely fantastic. This is another. She wasn't star billing on the posters or anything. It wasn't advertised that she was in there, and oftentimes she's not. But she is a great character actor, a great actress, and Are you familiar with her at all?
That's what I was actually started looking her up because I was like, I don't really even know what else I've seen her in. So
And
that's what I'm about to find
those are
out.
also those are real baby teeth and hair from the crew.
Yeah, I remember reading that or seeing a video or something. She does a lot of TV shit.
Alicia Witt does, yeah, and she was in. I remember she was in Twin Peaks, and she was in. Oh my gosh, she was in something else that was really
The
popular. Well,
Walking
she was
Dead,
in The Walking Dead, Justified,
Nashville.
and I didn't watch that dumb shit. Um, Urban Legend, maybe something like
Yeah,
that,
Urban Legend. Yeah,
and
2.5 Men. That was a one episode thing. It wasn't a recurring character.
what? Oh my goodness, I thought, yeah. I mean, I
The
think
Sopranos.
she took 2.5 Men one time. I'm sorry, but and I knew. Anyway, she's fantastic, and she is really made up to look old here, but she absolutely nails this fucking role. But I knew as soon as she got this weird feeling and she walked over towards the door, and I thought to myself, and I think even said out loud, if that motherfucker's downstairs at her house, I'm gonna be so upset.
See, I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't put two and two together. I usually don't put things like that together because I'm usually like, I'm a dude that's there like just for the ride. I don't want to be spoiled. So I try not to think any steps ahead when I'm watching these things.
See, I just can't turn my brain off in that way. So I'm like, please tell me that's not there.
And sometimes, like in TV shows where you have more time to kind of marinate between episodes and stuff, I'll pull some shit like that. But in this, I never really thought. Now on rewatch, I was like, it is a little obvious that maybe this is going that direction. But again, on rewatch, you have a whole different view, whole different paradigm. It's a paradigm shift.
The almost birthday girl.
Almost birthday girl. Jordan Mason.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I forgot to set all my lineups.
Well, I mean, it's just one game. It's just one game. You're all right.
Well, no, honey, but what if I started someone that's out?
Oh yeah. Happy Sanjo's been a member for 8 months, dude. Welcome, or not welcome, but congrats, I guess. I mean, I don't know who. Either way, we appreciate the fact that you've been a member for 8 months. I remember when you became a member, we were live. I feel like.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and play you a video for that. That's awesome.
Magustalations.
Here's a classic. Awesome, man. Thanks for being a member for so long. It's really cool. Somebody said, no, I don't see. Yeah, Aaron said I usually go ice out stuff like that, but some reason I was so immersed in the atmosphere, I didn't actually try to figure stuff out. And that's how I try to go. There's times where if I'm watching a movie for the first time, especially something that I'm intrigued in, something that I've been looking forward to, I am laser focused, dude. I'm just in it, and I'm just, linearly watching it linearly from time
Literally,
lin- linearly
I'm
watching
literally
it,
watching it with stick fingers.
and I'm watching it though, but just like I'm not thinking any ahead. I'm riding it, you know. Um,
That's what she said.
ride it, come on, yeah, ride it.
I'm sorry, man.
I
You're
calls it like I
walking.
see it.
You're walking. I calls them like I sees them. You're walking right into these. I look at that. Look out that window, man. If I could see that outside my window every day, I'd be just fucking hard all the time, dude. That's
Let's
my
move out
perfect
there.
day right there. Let's go, baby.
This is definitely the same house as the beginning. So I don't know what that was in the scene that you're talking about earlier. I don't know if maybe it was a subconscious thing for maybe she's projecting her house out there, you know.
Uh-huh.
Could be. But this is definitely it here. The mama's house is not Big Mama's house, but this mama's house
Uh-huh.
is definitely the one from the beginning of the movie.
Sherry, I
But you are right.
Emma.
Is that a flashlight down there? Okay. And this is where she has that epiphany.
Yeah, but this is also I feel like this is something of a bit of a convenience for the movie. That she just happens to scroll through here, and then she's gonna find this one picture that's gonna reveal everything to her. There we go.
Bring it back. She's putting the pieces together.
Bring
She's
it
got her
back
gloves
now.
on, looking at her own fucking house, her mom's house.
Oh, we've got a little bit of a. What do you think about that?
Happy Sanjo hates this movie with a passion. You and Chris
Wow.
should be on each other's Christmas receiver list. Wait, Christmas card. Fuck.
Christmas.
I'm gonna go check the
gifts
specs
from
on the inline
Jesus.
rotor.
I'm retarded.
That's awesome. Yeah, the
What?
the song. We can go now, and I'll have to come back. Not once, not twice, but as many times as I like. He's got pipes, yo. He's got pipes.
Okay, but this is one of my favorite shots of the whole movie, the car driving. But why is that? Who are you and why are you at my house? This is the perfect time to break into song. I mean, why? That's
it, though. He's insane.
That was the first part where I was like, I put my head in my hands, literally, and I was like, God damn it.
I've found myself in situations like this more times than I can count, where you talk to somebody in an otherwise reasonable environment, and they bust out in a fucking song, or they start telling you some crazy ass fucking stories that only fucking Stephen King could make up in 6 months. They make up right there on the spot.
When have you ever someone has broken into song while talking to you?
It has happened. I can assure you it has happened. There are people out there that are fucking insane, dude. And that's what this character is trying to portray, and it works. There's people out there they're on a completely different planet.
Okay, this is what I was going to talk about earlier. Like, we just saw him there for the first time, and now here he is. Why does he have 2 suitcases at a fucking... I mean, is he trying to leave town, or did he know that they were coming? Also, more
he's at a bus
space,
stop. It looks like he's trying to get out of there.
More, but he doesn't give a shit.
Well, what's he gonna do? He's cooked right here. What's he gonna do?
Dude, he is a lighter color than the fucking suit that he's wearing.
And the snow. The white here is a different change of pace.
Yeah. I love this. See, this would have been a part for him to break into song. Yeah.
This is where we really see all the detail of his face, all the prosthetics, and it is fucking weird.
DFK. I wonder if there's any significance to that.
I don't know. I don't know if that was the intention of this. Aaron Click said, usually it's someone you know, and it's an inside joke, but crazy people do stuff like this sometimes. It probably wasn't what you meant. But Brett does bust out into some songs all the fucking time on the channel. I'm just saying.
That is true, yeah.
I'm just kidding, Brady. But he does. He really does. Almost weekly, he cranks out a fucking...
Oh, he cranks out more than weekly. Here we go.
Now he's singing on the happy birthday song. I'll say this just because I know this is a widely known fact, and I don't want to beat a dead horse here. But just in case there's anybody listening here that doesn't know this, that we're at the scene now where Nick Cage is singing happy birthday, interview room, TV's on, and they pause it, and she's like, this goes on for some time, goes on for 24 minutes. They actually did record Nick Cage for 24 minutes just fucking doing that. And there's actually a 24-minute video of him doing that I'm hoping is, if it's not a part of the 4K, they drop it at some point, because I would pay good money to see Nicolas Cage do fucking long leg shit for 24 minutes.
I don't think it's on here. What if it literally just said 24 minutes of happy birthday with Nicolas Cage?
I would have bought it 100%. They need to market that. That's money. We got Eli asked if I've seen stop motion. I have not. Have you seen that, Chris? Stop motion? I've heard about it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I have not watched that yet. Is it on Shudder? I thought it was going to be dropping on Shudder sometime soon, but I have not.
They put In a Violent Nature on there. I saw. I might check that out at some point.
I don't know, man. I did watch In a Violent Nature the other night. I would say you could skip it.
I'll skip it then. It sounds like it's been boring. Everybody's been saying it's boring as fuck.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe it's worth a watch.
All right, I'll watch it.
It's maybe worth a watch, I would say. But there are some interesting kills. It's an interesting concept, but it's a lot of useless.
If I can get to it this month, I'll watch it. If not, I don't know when. We'll see. Okay. Aknat asked Chris, "What is that box behind you?" I think it's just a box.
What is behind that box behind you? Which box?
What's behind the box?
This one over here. I take it.
Yeah, it looks like there's a poster or something back there.
There is something special back there that I have been waiting to hang up, but haven't got around to it yet. So I will reveal it to you. Well, fuck.
Rasheed Rice?
No.
Oh, Jerry Rice.
You fucking kidding me? It's Jerry Rice, dude. Come on. Signed Jerry Rice. It will be on the wall very soon.
That's fucking sexy, dude. I love that.
Yeah, dude.
Who the hell are you and what are you doing in my house? Raymond said, Brett's songs are whack. And then Aaron said, yeah, he does. Birdie might be the next Longlegs. If we could get him a suit, he would definitely pull the part. Aaron clicks that stop motion is really good, but brace yourself for a slow burn. I like a good slow burn as long as it's done well.
Yeah. As long as the payoff is worth it, then it's all. Now, this was a lot of the promotional materials was this scene right here, which actually was the first scene that Maika Monroe and Nicolas Cage shot together. I don't know if I believe the heartbeat thing. There she is. But yeah, this is the first scene. I think I'm a little bit behind you, Brad. Not by much. 4 seconds, probably.
Well, they had that excellent promotional material with her wearing the heartbeat monitor as she does this scene, and it gets up to like 170 or something. And again, I don't know if that's legit or not,
No, that's
but
crazy, dude. I mean, I don't know if anybody here, my heart's a piece of shit, so I'm kind of familiar. 170 is fucking crazy. Okay, 170 is like that's
that's what I
outrageous.
get in the most intensive workouts. That's what my heart rate
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
to.
I would say, yeah, that's like what was that class you were going to? Spin cycle.
I did do one of those once. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 180 is like your target. I've been to several of them, but 180 is like your target heart rate there. 173 based off of anxiety is fucking crazy. Whoa, at Nat, bang bang, baby. I got you.
I could see it though, because A, you're nervous from just shooting alone, I think would increase your heart rate. Even if a professional actor, you're going in, you're doing something, you're working, and you got to be in this mindset. I think that alone would set it up. But you have this fucking guy up there doing this shit. Nicolas Cage is the perfect fucking psycho. I mean, he really is. Like he just is.
Now this is
He's
the part
fucking
where I would say that like it really worked.
like a rag. Oh
I
god,
mean,
he is so
I
good at this.
guess it's insanity and all that, but there's like these doses where I'm like, he's so amazing at this, and then it just gets off the wall crazy.
It's
But
hard to for people that are so well. Everybody knows Nick Cage, and it's hard to separate Nick Cage from this character. And I ran into that too. But he's fucking killing it, dude.
But you know what? It's like it's Oz Perkins in an interview said is like, man, you don't put Nick Cage in your movie if you don't want Nick Cage to be Nick Cage or do something different at the very least, So
Yeah. I would say this for me, performance standpoint now, one of my favorites from Nick Cage. I mean, this is different for him. Very different.
yeah, I look at this and then I look at something like actually a couple weeks ago I went back and rewatched Pig.
Great movie.
Fucking great movie, which is really a more, a very like probably the most subdued version of Nick Cage that we're probably ever going to get. And even after
Yeah.
all that crazy shit, this was the most shocking thing. And I thought this was fucking awesome.
He's about to smash his face on that fucking.
Yeah, dude. Hell Satan, baby.
I mean, compare the character though, just the character in a vacuum, serial killer character, to Kevin Spacey and Buffalo Bill. I know the other movies might be better, but Longlegs is definitely far more unique than those guys. She's like trembling too, crying, dude. She's awesome. Here we go. Oh,
Oh, yeah, baby.
and the contrast with his white suit, white face, white hair with the red blood, fucking magical. Great effects too.
Yeah. And blood would never squirt that far, but and this is an interesting thing. He's meant to be the big bad in this, and then all of a sudden he's dead, but yet somehow there's still a whole part to go here, right? So it's like Well, yeah, he's out of the picture now, but somehow the dread has amplified and is, continuing over the next section of this.
That's because he is, in fact, not the big baddie of this. The man downstairs is.
I know,
And
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
still stick fingering, down there, pulling
Uh-huh.
pulling strings.
I'm a real boy.
That's what fucking makes it so good is that Longlegs himself is just a pawn here, man. He's just a fucking pawn.
Yeah.
I like these back seat shots too in the cars. We've seen that multiple times so far in the movie. I don't know why. It just seems like it's a little bit more. I don't know, more like we're like a passenger, no pun intended, in their ride here.
I'm your passenger. A little bit of a deep cut there, Brad. I don't know if you're a Deftones fan or not, but
Can't say that I am.
couldn't hit the high note.
Passenger. The next watch along should be Ghost Watch or Late Night with the Devil. Late Night with the Devil would be a good pick. I don't know what Ghost Watch is. Do you know what that one is, Chris?
I do not. I have not. I don't know what that is, but Late Night with the Devil, I will vouch for. I was pleasantly surprised with that.
That's not a. I do kind of want to rewatch that because it's been a while. There's been a lot. I mean, the year started out slow, but we've had some bangers in the last
I know.
6
I can't even
months.
fucking get caught up. But yeah, Late Night with the
Substance.
Devil, man. And also, I'm just super stoked to see David Desmalchin get a lead role. Honestly, I really like that guy.
And not a lead role, but a lead role that just took off, man. He was the poster. Literally, he was the poster. He was everything about
Yeah,
that movie. He carried it.
yeah. I remember in the Dark Knight, whenever he just like has that tiny little part, and now he's
Look
had
at
some
this
really
fucking
great roles.
chick standing behind the car, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Walks up slowly.
A station wagon's still there, man.
Blown away. I love the way they do that. They don't show it either. They show it coming up and then they play the audible and then they show the aftermath. Fantastic.
Kind of like in A Very Dairy Christmas. Whenever twice in A
And
Very
she went
Dairy
around to
Christmas,
do the second one.
and look how cold she got in that same moment.
I saw
But
that.
A Very Dairy Christmas, whenever I grab the hot doorknob, and you can't really, you don't get to see the carnage, but you can hear.
That's a good technique. It works.
And there we go again with the breathing, the audio of the breathing amplified.
The anxiety. You get a little breath here.
God, Alicia Witt is so good in this, man. She is just fucking fantastic.
I absolutely love Lee Harker too. I know she doesn't show a lot of personality per se, but she matches the tone of the movie perfectly.
Oh yeah. I liken it to one of your most hated movies, which is Ryan Gosling in Drive, who emotes very little, but it works for that movie, and I love it.
I need to watch that again, maybe then, huh?
I mean, I love the hell out of it, man, but it's it's not for everyone. I get that.
Man, this is the third time I've seen this year. I haven't done that a lot, seeing a movie multiple times in a year, but the last 2 years, last year I wore Saw X out, dude. I probably watched it 4 times last year.
Loved it.
Halloween Ends the year before that, And now this is 3.
Eli, adrenaline. Come on, man. I love adrenaline as much as the next guy, but I can't. There's no way, man. I mean, I hate to be cliche, but come on, white pony all day.
What pony? Aaron Click said,
Also,
"Wait, how does anyone hate Drive?
ask Brad.
Because it's a movie called Drive, yet nobody's fucking driving anywhere. There's no drive.
But
It's
he's a.
but now,
Would it have been better if it was called Driver?
yes, actually, that actually would have helped. Now I get it though. So I saw this movie again before I really was drawn to this type of movie. I don't know why, but the last 5-6 years or so, I've really started to appreciate movies like this and movies like, there's a whole list of them, a lot more. And Drive could be one of those. When I first watched it, I said, this is fucking, yeah, I expected it to have a little bit of driving in it. And I fucking hated Ryan Gosling in the movie.
I
But
mean,
I
I
don't
think
remember it, so I'll give it another go. I'll try it again for sure.
Well, I mean, it's a slow burn, and it's it's actually based off a novel, and I think the novel is called something different than Drive. I could be wrong about that, but
Now, here's the thing. I hated Ryan Gosling until he started doing comedy movies. Like, I saw him in like First Man, boring as fuck, stupid
yeah,
ass, boring
First
ass.
Man, yeah.
But I love
Frame
him in
within a
like
frame again, man.
there.
Again.
Yes,
Empty
I
space
loved him
again.
in Nice Guys. That's when I was like, dude, this guy's fucking funny. And then I haven't seen Fall Guy yet, but I want to. I'll probably watch it next
It's
month.
it's really good, honestly. And it was something I didn't notice before is that they actually Nicolas Cage still looks like he has all the work done right there, but it's not quite as bad. I didn't know they sort of like de-aged him there. The prosthetics look a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a progressive thing. I didn't notice that either until just now. Well, I didn't even notice it. You told me, but yeah.
But yeah, you should give Drive another go, man. I mean, I think that his character works, and that cast is actually phenomenal, dude. Looking back at it now, that Oscar Isaac has and Carey Mulligan have blown way up.
I didn't realize they were in it. That's the longest been since I've seen it because they didn't even register for me.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston is in there. Mel Brooks, Ron Perlman, Christina Hendricks. The cast is fucking phenomenal. I mean, it's very much a slow burn, and it's more about the atmosphere than it is about like what the action, if you will. But it's been one of my all-time favorites for a long time. Now we're getting this sort of exposition of what's been taking place this entire time. Obviously, her mom takes the doll in. So all Longlegs really does is make the doll. He's a fucking
Yep.
doll maker.
And the man downstairs takes care of the rest.
Yep. And look, her mom hates it. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I understand this, and I appreciate it more now that I know what it is, like, and I can live with it. But when I first saw this just seemed like a very weak reason for her to continue to do this for all these years.
She's also a little cuckoo, though.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah, they're
I
all
think
crazy.
I think and that's what I like about it is it kind of blends like that possession genre with the serial killer genre. And it does it really well. And like I told, I told Chris once he texted me, he said, I hated the fucking movie. I said,
I never once said I hate it. I said I said I felt let down. It's not what I wanted. And to be fair, I mean, it's still not like it's good to come back and watch it and appreciate it for what it is, but it's still not like, there's always this like combat in my mind. You go see something and it's like, yeah, it's not what I wanted it to be, but I have to give it a little time and then go back and appreciate it for what it is. I felt the same way
Well,
about the Northman, and I don't know, if anyone else felt that way, but the Northman was like one of my most anticipated movies. It was a 2021 or two, and yeah, I saw it and I was just like, it was good, but it was just kind of a letdown. Gave it a couple months, rewatched it, and I was like, I appreciate it for what it is, but it's what I thought it was going to be was what it was way better.
well, I told this to you when you told me that the movie sucks ass. I said,
God damn it!
you said it's because like you're the devil's here in the background again. I probably already missed it again. I'm always a little bit late, but um, he said the movie I expected to be like the serial killer thing, and then went supernatural at the end, and that's a fair criticism. But then my response to that was, well, we've seen serial kill movies, we've seen them a lot, and if this was just another serial killer movie with no supernatural edge to it, then what's special about it? What's different about it? What makes it stand out? And
And
I,
I
you know,
respect that. I mean, I really do. I mean, I respected it that it did something different, and and I appreciate it for what it is. God, these driving scenes and
they're good, right?
this desolate highway.
Now she's driving Longlegs' car. She looks the exact same way he did after the mama girl
Yeah,
in the car in the paint shop.
yeah. And now she's emulating that same scream and helplessness. And here we are in the back seat again. Your
Backseat
favorite
driver,
place to
man.
be.
It's a backseat driver. You're on this ride. You can't do anything about it, but they're getting all fucked up here. She shows up. Man,
But
I really
but
dig Mike and Monroe, man.
oh yeah, me too, buddy. But that did take me out of it on my first watch. The supernatural aspect, and then I just expected something different from Nick Cage's performance. I expected and really wanted, and I felt like it would have worked better if he would have leaned more into just the evilness of the
More
character instead of
sinister, less crazy.
yeah. But I don't disagree that I think that it's I mean, clearly he's insane, and it is a good depiction and portrayal of insanity. Excuse me. And this is pretty wild too, though. I do love this whole sequence right here. This is awesome.
It's intense, right? They're all sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cut the cake. Nah, bitch,
Yeah.
you're gonna stay in the kitchen or whatever he said
Yeah.
here in a minute.
Bitch, you ain't coming back.
But it's intense. I remember sitting here like I was like, we know what we're in. We're in the trance, but how are we gonna get out of it? This reminds me of one of the skits, the Friday the 13th Part 5 one, or Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, when we're acting like we're in a dream and we're like, this fucking sucks, Birdie. This fucking
Oh,
drawing.
yeah. AKA bitch boy.
What is this?
Like
A starfish with a goop? What?
oh, yeah. It looks like a fat fucking I can't even remember what
Starfish
what
with
you're
sprinkles on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to join me in the kitchen?
And this is pretty harrowing because she already knows what's going to happen. Okay, so at least the mother character and Lee both know what's getting ready to happen, and she's just helpless. I mean, not really. She has a gun. She probably could have gone in there to do something, but we just hear in the background the chaos is going to go.
Yeah, see, yet another scene in this movie where you hear audibly what's going on, but you don't see it. And I like that. I think it's effective as fuck. And I mean, there's really no like I don't know. It's just a different
It's
way of handling it that's like
it's
you're
super
not going to
effective and
outdo
also very budget friendly.
yeah, you're not going to outdo what you've seen before. It's not like you're going to give us some groundbreaking fucking kill that we've never seen before. So why not try something different? And it works. And it puts us more in line with the character too. Now, I tell you what, I am glad. I'm glad they didn't make Longlegs like her dad or anything like that, because I remember I've seen that kind of circulate a little bit. I was like, that would have been fucking dumb.
No, but there is something sort of harrowing about, or the sort of like the dichotomy of these families are being murdered, but yet it's a mother's love that's simultaneously causing the chaos and keeping the daughter alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. She's just trying to do what's best. She said, and then now she said, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Blow her away. Blown in the head.
Oh man, that's a fucking tough. That's a tough shot right there. Not the close
Man,
shot.
she is fucking excellent in this movie, man. Maika Monroe.
Oh, and it's a cross. Look at that. More
Oh, you're
symbolism.
right. I never noticed that either. Even just doing this commentary tonight, I've picked up on new things. The frames, the crosses, a couple other things here and there.
We'll give Oz Perkins credit right here, man. This is just the best way to end this. I mean, there's some comedic value to it.
Let's get the fuck out of here. And now we're gonna jam out though.
Bang a gong.
T-Rex, little T-Rex, dude.
Oh no, it's not. Is it Bang a Gong? Oh, Get It On. That's what the song's called. Yeah.
Bang a gong. Come on, let's get it on. Bang a gong.
Do they not have a song called? They have a song called Bang a Gong.
I'm fucking with you, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Oh,
No. You got
that's it, man. Longlegs, take 2, baby.
Take 3 for me, and I love it just as much now, maybe even more than I ever have. Fucking great movie. I get the criticisms. I get why it might not be everybody's flavor, including yourself, including who was it earlier that said they hated the movie? Sebastian or Sanjo, Happy Sanjo. I get it. You know, it's not going to be everybody's flavor. It's not going to be for everybody. It certainly wasn't my dad's flavor either. But
You know,
I love the fuck out of it. Every second of the movie, I'm enthralled. I'm digging it. I think it's a perfect, like I said, it's a masterclass in filmmaking as well, from a visual standpoint, audio, sound mix, score, writing. I think everything about it is so fucking well done. Acting, that I just think it's perfection, man.
yeah, and for the record, I mean, I don't hate it. There's enough in here that I dig that I still enjoy it. You know, I just don't love it as much as you do, but I don't hate it. I don't even dislike it. It's just not
Perfect.
Yeah. I just don't view it as a perfect. I would still probably, I think I initially rated it like a 3.5, but I'm willing to go up to like a 4. I think on this. I mean, there's just so much good shit in there. It's just really the story part of it, the writing that takes me out of it a little bit. And the Nicolas Cage's performance is not exactly what I wanted or needed out of it, but I still there's a lot of shit to like in here. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. Is it a golden reel for you think?
Still 5. Still 3 times watching it. It has
Nice.
sometimes when I give a movie a 5, occasionally it's been known. I don't give a lot of 5s, maybe 1, 2 5s a year. Um, and occasionally I'll watch it a second time and I'm like, maybe not. Maybe we reached a little bit. I've seen this not once, not twice, but 3 times. You just turned into Bert. But I still think it's perfection. I love like I said earlier, every scene, every frame of this movie, I'm enthralled. I just fucking love to 10 out of 10 levels. Chris, your camera's not working. I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know if your mic's working either. I don't know if you're still there. I don't know what's going on. But I know that I love the fuck out of the movie. Aaron Click asked a question, said, do you think Harker shooting her doll made the devil spell worse for her, or did it partially release some of its effect? What do you think happens now? That's what I love about it, dude. The ending. Am I even still alive? I don't know. It's quite. I don't know if maybe I'm the one that's fucked off and you're no longer live land. I don't know. Chris, can you hear me at all? He's gone. He's done. He's Fine. Or am I Fine? And I'm just lagging. I don't know. That's the question. Who's here right now? Is it Chris? Is it Brad? I don't know. I'm going to continue talking like it's Brad. So I think so. That's what I love about the ending is it's ambiguous, right? We don't know. We don't know if Lee Harker and the girl got out and they're living their best life, or if the girl just fucking turned around and fucking chopped her ass dead, or whatever. And there's always been a little something off about Lee Harker too. So it's like who knows how that story ends. I would like to think that her blowing her doll away freed her to have a little bit of some free will, and she's able to get out of this and she's able to save the girl. But who knows? Like, it could be the other way around very easily. I love that about it. And that's part of the devil's influence that he had on her is getting her in that situation to even investigate this crime, giving her a little bit of a clue here and there, like saying, hey, and that's what it all comes down to from the beginning of the movie when she has that intuition about the house and the serial killer. That's the man downstairs saying, hey, man, here's the house. I'm giving you a heads up, but just so you can get back into this case, just so we can get to meet each other again. Just because I'm pulling the strings, playing stick finger over here and putting you where I need to be. I'm playing chess over here. So I like it for that a lot. But I think her blowing the doll away was her breaking free of that kind of possession, of that kind of, whatever. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that the her killing the doll is sort of, we see the little smoke come out of her head and everything. I think it's kind of a release of her under the thumb of the gentleman downstairs. So, but talking about that, you were talking about all these things being set in motion to get her back into the case. So do then we presume that she was put back in the case, on this case and set these things in motion so that Dale Cobble would be killed?
Yeah, because I think the gentleman downstairs is just having fun. He's just playing stick fingers.
Yeah, there's no long term or anything like that. He just thought
no, because he could do. I mean, powerful individual. He could do whatever. He's just fucking playing. It's a Saturday. He's playing with fucking Lincoln Logs over here. He's just over here fucking influence this guy to fuck some shit up. He brings her in, fucks with her a little bit, and then, whatever. But, and that's what's so crazy about is how much power that he has in all this. And just, whatever he's just down there. He's just fucking laughing. He's just like, oh, here's Cobblepot. Let me go over here and bring him in, fuck with him. Some fucking crazy dude. Let me put my influence on him. He's going to fuck some people up, and then I'm going to fuck his world up. He's going to smash his face. Like, it's fucking crazy.
And then the whole time he's just laughing about it. He's like, look, he killed all these people and put all this symbolism out there and whatever. Fucking now everybody's just even more afraid of satanic shit. I get it. you know, and then at the end of it, it's like she can't kill the doll, but she lived her entire life with her doll being, you know, her mom had her doll, so talking
Yeah,
about the little girl at the end, you know, she can't kill the doll or whatever, but
yeah, but her doll's been around forever. But she's also been, I don't know. She's still been under the influence though the whole life. She still has been. That's why she is where she is. Um, and that's why she has that intuition. So I know I said earlier it doesn't really spell it out, but it kind of does. It's not psychicness, it's influence. And that's what it is. It's her, falling. She's under the guise, she's under that influence of her doll, and now she's no longer under that, which means she's not going to be able to fucking do psychic shit anymore, but at least she can go her own way.
so let's pose this question. Now that Dale Cobble is pushing daisies, if the studio approaches Oz Perkins and said, we would love for you to make a sequel, could it be done?
Yeah, well, okay, so let's bring it back to that then. Okay, let's go full circle here with this. Okay, so yeah, she was going around for her whole life with the fucking the doll in the basement or whatever. Well, now this other chick's got a doll down there, and they're going away. Now this other chick's going to be under the influence of the said doll, and Maika Monroe, she's broken free, she's good to go. But now there's another layer to this. This other girl, she's running the fucking, I don't know, she's still under that spell, so to speak. So there's something you could do with that if you wanted to do it. It's possible. Maybe they go off together, her parents are fucking murked. Maybe they go off together. I don't know. There's a story that could happen there if it needed to. Would I want it? No, I don't think so. I think this is better off with the ending how it is. It doesn't need it. It certainly doesn't need a sequel. I would be kind of disappointed if they announced it. I would still see it, but I would be like, don't ruin that.
Yeah. I don't,
But
I
yeah.
don't, oh yeah, same. I would still watch it, but it would be very difficult, I feel like, to pull something off here. Unless we did what about a prequel? What would you be more
Yeah,
excited
now
for?
that
A sequel, or you see how the beginnings of Dale Cobble and just a prequel that is just solely a Nicolas Cage vehicle, where we see how he became so evil.
now in this case, I'd go for the prequel for sure, dude. I would see that 10 times. Yes, I would actually be very intrigued to see that, because it would start with him like some concert, and he'd be out there just fucking jamming out, but there'd be about 8 people out there, but he'd be having a good time. And again, he'd probably go back on Monday, he'd probably paint a house or something, and he'd probably do what your boy did. He would go butt ass naked, go in there and get some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Kroger brand, and wash it down with some milk. And that's when it happens for him. He has an epiphany that night. He's up there lighting candles and shit. I feel like it could, that's a very intriguing story.
That would be yeah. I could see him on a painting crew, and they're like all making fun of him or whatever, and he's like singing show tunes on the job or whatever. Then he like gets in his car and drinks like a fucking gallon, straight out of the gallon of like curdled milk or something like that, and he's like, ah.
He's probably got yogurt that expired back in 2012, and he's over there just fucking like it's solid, but it's like he's like fucking whatever, man.
Yeah, I could see some shit like that going down. So, yeah, maybe the prequel. What if we had a sequel where Lee Harker becomes the Longlegs character to keep the little girl alive?
Okay, yeah. So now she takes over to kind of keep the girl. Yeah, takes the mother
Yeah.
role, because that's kind of what it leans out to, is that she kind of becomes the mother to her in an extent. Obviously we don't know where their lives go, but I mean, what was the girl going to do? Her parents are dead. Lee Harker, her boss is dead. Her mom's dead. What is she going to do? The two characters come together, presumably.
So, in this hypothetical sequel, would you be okay if it turned out that this is all just a big cycle? So it was Longlegs, and then this sort of the devil, if you will, this entity, then possesses the next person in a cycle, and then in Longlegs 2, it becomes Lee Harker, and then at the end of that, it shifts to someone else.
I like the cycle idea because I feel like that's exactly what is going on here. Is right now, Longlegs is the project of the month for him. He's just playing with Longlegs for a while, and as soon as he, feels he's milked that as long as he can, he moves on to the next project, the next protege, and then he just does this for eternity. This is what he does every year. It's like a fucking annual trip for him. He's just having a good time again in his own like fucking devilish, demented world. He's having a blast. He's having a ball. He's down there just fucking doing some crazy ass shit. I like that idea. I think that's exactly. I think what we're getting in this movie in Longlegs is a snippet of what he does any given weekend. And time is relative for everybody. For him, this is a weekend with Longlegs, the character. For us, it's 20, 30 years for Longlegs. But he's just fucking having a good time just playing again, stick fingers and then moving on to the next.
Eli says it'll be called Long Neck. I wore my long neck today.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Look at that. Brettman's in the chat, man. He just came in. Salt Terrifier 3. He's telling the rest of us to go see it. He says, what the fuck? I'll see it tomorrow, my friend. I'm excited about it.
What the fuck are you doing here? Daddy's supposed to be out of town. We're in here having a good time.
Yeah, he comes in here and crashes the party. Some people in the chat were talking really bad about you earlier. They basically said you're going to be the next Longlegs. I said no. I said he's a nice guy. He wouldn't do that.
There's no way you would sing happy birthday for 24 minutes.
No, he's good, man. I'm glad you liked the movie. For sure.
Daddy Long Neck. I like that. I like the sound of that. That's actually that's Birdie's OnlyFans account. I don't want to.
I thought that was your screen name on AOL back in the day.
Oh yeah, it was Daddy Long Neck. Yeah, absolutely. OnlyFans.com/Daddy Long Neck. Actually, don't do that. That's probably somebody probably really has that.
But if you want, I mean, if you're interested,
yeah. Sorry, Birdie. I'm gonna spoil your fun.
Well, no, fun show tonight though. We had a good time. I like this again. Like I said, I was telling everybody earlier. I think this movie's perfection. Nothing's changed here tonight. It's absolutely lovely. Gets me pumped up every time. And I think that's really it for the night, right?
I think so. I am on my 31 for 31 quest. Just one last little bit here. Does anyone in the chat have some recommendations?
The substance.
Well, if I could, it's not even. Is it streamable? Like, can I rent it somewhere? I don't think it's even on anything.
Is it not? No more theaters? I know it was limited. No more.
No, it really did not. Excuse me. It didn't play here very long at all.
Did you see VHS? Because it had a segment directed by Justin Long and his brother, and then there was also a segment directed by Kate Siegel, written by Mike Flanagan.
Oh, that's interesting. No, I haven't. You're talking about VHS Beyond.
Yeah.
And no, I haven't got around to that yet. No,
Now, are they amazing? I mean, I would say they're amazing, but the Justin Long segment is very Tuskish.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I fucking hated Tusk.
I know, but this is it's Tuskish, but it's not as drawn out. I'll put it that way.
I've heard a lot of good things actually about something that released on Netflix called what's that? It's All Around. It's inside. It's all around.
Text me that. I want to watch it. I need something to watch.
Got really. I've seen a lot of shit on TikTok about it. I don't think that it was like advertised.
We Are Still Here. Is that it?
It's What's Inside.
What's Inside?
It's What's Inside. I've heard a lot of good things about that. I do want to check that one out. I don't exactly know. Is the platform 2 out? I saw someone.
Yes, it is.
Okay. The platform, the original was whatever for me. Interesting concept. I didn't really care for it that much. It's just kind of whatever.
It's a good one-time kind of just watch on a whim kind of movie.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, It's What's Inside is what the other one's called, and I will be checking that out. But I don't know. Trying to find some new kind of One-Eyed Monster. Chad's
Get
got
the fuck out of here, Chad. Take back what I said earlier. This guy, this fucking guy, dude. That movie. If I hear one more thing about that fucking movie, I'm gonna come over there and slap this guy. This guy's is Jason, but he's never met a guy. He's never met a Freddy like me before. I'll go over there and bitch boy his ass. I really will.
Freddy like me. Okay, what's that? Eli got something. City of the Living Hell. Of the living. Oh, a City of the Living Dead, aka the Gates of Hell. I haven't heard of that. Let's take that one down.
Yeah, I need some stuff to watch for sure. I think I want to rewatch Rosemary's Baby this month, man. It's been a while since I've seen that. I feel like I'm due for it. I'd like to check that out, but
yeah, there's a prequel out there now. But it got really bad reviews, which I thought was kind of I mean, it's called Apartment 7A, and Julia Garner's in it. I can't remember who directs, but the reviews weren't great. They said it was kind of a waste of time. So
that's what I've heard too. That's why I got rid of Paramount a while back, and I was like, this isn't going to bring me back to Paramount.
Oh, is that what it's on? It's on Paramount?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't have it either, so I'll just let that slide. I can recommend I saw the TV Glow. It is A24.
It was good. I saw it on HBO.
Yeah, it's on Max now. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It is very much an atmospherical. Is that a word? It's an atmosphere-based horror movie and very sort of 90s driven, I feel like, but I really liked it a lot. But it is very slow and very sort of what's the word? Abstract. But I like
that on the list.
But I like that one a lot.
I almost put it on last night, but I decided to play some video games instead.
It's worth a watch, I would say. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that's like coming out or anything. Am I in the dark just before dawn? All right, I'm taking it down.
Yeah. There's some good stuff out there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Watch it, dig it, enjoy October. Like I said at the beginning of the show, spooky season is here. Let us know on our social media pages what you're watching this month, because I'm always excited to see what other people are watching. I'm always talking about it with people. I say,
Absolutely.
Hey, what are we watching tonight? It's spooky season, movie every night kind of deal. So let us know. Excited about it, and we'll keep you in the loop too as well. Like I said, I'm going to see Terrifier tomorrow. Brett saw it tonight. We'll probably drop a review for it tomorrow or sometime over the weekend. So be on the lookout for that. We got some other good stuff coming too this month. Of course, we have you're not going to beat the game, Ma. We're going to the whatever. I don't know. There's a trivia night coming along. I think that's next week is the trivia night. That's going to be epic. And then we have, of course, our big 3 ranking that we've been waiting to do for years. Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of those movies. I don't know how many there are now, but there's a lot, over 30. We're going to rank the whole fucking franchise. That's going to be an epic night. And, of course, the Fright Fight 2024 is going to be the finale. Well, actually, I think the ranking is going to be the finale. This is going to be the week before. This is going to be the best Final Girl of all time tournament. Really excited for that, too, because we came up with the list. And it's a sexy list, ladies and gents. It's going to be awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, obviously, the gala here from The Descent's going to be there. There's a whole slew of other ones. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun month, and hopefully we'll crank out a few reviews in between. But we do appreciate everybody for being here tonight, watching Longlegs with us. It was a good time. Favorite movie of the year so far for me still. That's not changing. Not yet, anyway. I love it. I dig it. And I can't wait to see you guys again. And I think that's it. Chris, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I don't think so, man. Thanks for hanging. And I'll just say, Daddy! I'm not going to do it. I would bust into song, but I'm not going to do it.
I don't know what's going to happen here. But he's going to say, Mama, Daddy, and all that. And I'm going to hit this button. And I don't know if it's going to play an outro or whatever's going to happen. But we're going to see what happens. So we'll see you guys later. Peace out. Oh, it does. It does.